Acellus Academy has received a major makeover called the Acellus Gold. We all love gold, don't we? Well, let's talk about it. As you all know, we love using Acellus Academy in the Ultratech household. My two teenagers have been on this program since the pandemic started back in 2020. My oldest one is on pace to graduate in February, and the second one is in 10th grade. And if you don't know, Acellus Academy is an online private school that allows you to homeschool your children without you having to do any of the teaching yourself. I have made two previous reviews, and on today's video, I want to talk about the new changes Acellus has done with the new Gold Edition. During the summer months, my kids take off in July and August, and that was no exception for this year. And when we came back in September, to our surprise, when they tried to resume their work, we came back to a lot of changes that was kind of confusing and disruptive, especially since we did not receive an email letting us know about these new changes, or at least I don't remember seeing an email about this. And the reason it was a bit disruptive is because we like to do one class with all the required steps for a week in one day. The next day, we move on to the next class and do all the steps for the week on that day. Well, with the gold version, we couldn't do this anymore, and we had to limit the kids to do only the steps for the day. After a week of dealing with this, Acellus did an update and this issue was fixed, and now they can do the whole weekly steps in one day like they were doing before. Now, onto the new changes. I'm not going to mention every single change, but just what I've noticed after using it for a few weeks. I'm also asking my kids on the changes they have noticed from their end, since they're the ones who use it on a daily basis. So both the parent portal and the student user interface has received a major makeover. Acellus no longer looks like it was built in the 1990s. They now use nice graphics with a combination of column charts and pie charts that break down information about classes. For example, on the parent portal, I see a nice dashboard with my two students. It shows a pie chart showing how many hours they worked today and stars showing how many classes they have met the goals for the week. When I click on one of the students, it shows me all the classes that he is enrolled in, what percentage of the class is completed, both in a percentage with a progress bar, how many steps of the total are done, the name of the class, and what grade they currently have. This is very useful because I no longer have to hunt down where they are in their progress to complete a class. Another useful portion is that based on the steps they're doing, it's going to give you a projected completion date. If you click on a class, it's going to show you what work they have done, what grade they are getting, how many right and wrong answers they got, how many times they have repeated the step, and the time spent per each step. In here, you can also click on each of the steps, and you can even view the videos that your student is watching, which is very useful to have. And from the student side of things, they also get this new user interface with these new graphics. And when they first log in, they are met with all their enrolled courses. Each course shows a progress bar, where they are as far as meeting their weekly goals, and their overall score. Under that, they can see their GPA, how much time they have spent working during the week, and the steps they completed for that day. And right next to that, they'll see all the work completed for the entire week. Now, when they're doing actual work, when they are doing their class, they can click on the menu, which is going to give them a check mark when they complete their weekly goal. So for example, if you have them do 12 steps a week, once they reach the 12 steps, they're going to get a nice check mark, which shows them that they have finished their work. They can read the textbook portion based on the step that they are doing at the moment. They can also view a lesson list to see their overall progress and see a big list of all the steps. And finally, they can ask a question to a teacher if they're stuck with something. Other portions of the student portal include a library section with books, activities where they can access Roger Billings Live, classmates where they can follow other students, stats with more useful charts and course progress, and their profile with more stats and trophies. Overall, we love the material Acellus provides to our kids. They make great progress and learn at a good pace. This new user interface helps us track everything better from the parent, and from the student side, they can also get a better scope and feel for where they are. So far, it seems like a good change. The gold reward system that's implemented so far seems like it's just for visuals, as my kids didn't notice any difference with the gold that they are awarded. I also noticed Acellus constantly updating and bringing out new classes, which is a good thing to see. I would hate for them to be stuck using old classes without ever updating them. We've also been using Acellus for 3 years, and I'm glad that the pricing has remained the same using the scholarship. I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a like to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, Ultratech out.